Hello, 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 hello. I am Pamela Chase, the lead cooking specialist and founder of Cook for You, where we are dedicated to keeping the art of crochet alive. And we do that. Hi, Danielle Taylor, 1000. How are you today? And we do that by teaching the skills to women and children to boost their self esteem and create a healthy, positive environment. Hello, the dinner tables. How are you all doing today? How are you, Danielle? Now, what we're going to do today is the Elizabeth stitch. And the Elizabeth stitch is also called the mini bean. We've done the bean. Thank you, dinner tables. Now, the mini bean, and we've done the bean before. I'm not sure we've done the mini bean. But I'll come back on Monday, probably next week, and we're going to do a comparison between some of these stitches. But the Elizabeth stitch is what we're going to do today. Now, it's a variation of the puff, the bauble, the popcorn, and jasmine. We, hello, Carolyn. Carol, how are you? Now, the puff, bauble, popcorn, we've done in the past. Not this year, but we've done that in the past. So, for the jasmine stitch is something that hi, dear Goose. Thank you, dinner tables. Little so be girl. How you doing? Now, we've done the puff, we've done the bauble, we've done the popcorn, but we have not done the jasmine stitch. So we'll probably do that next week too. Okay, good. Thank you for coming, Carol. Now it is a slight variation of the bean stitch, and the variation is the difference between the mini bean and the bean. If the mini bean has less loops that you do. Now it's a one row repeat. Hello, Nazi, but let me. It's a one row repeat. That means it just goes and you do the same thing at each row. So the one row repeat is a woven texture. It uses less yarn. It's one of the ones that use less yarn. So use less yarn than the mini beans. So it's good for things like blankets and tablecloths, um, cup holders, pot holders, trivets, fingerless gloves, scarves. So anything you want that woven texture look, it's good for that. And you do even stitch. You chain an even stitch, but then you also, depending on whether you're going to do it single crochet or double crochet, you will it depends on how you do your stitching. So what we're going to do is 4 plus 2, 2 plus a multiple of 2 plus 4. Have hopes, loving hands. How are you? So it's a multiple of 2. So we're going to do 20. So we're going to do 20. Plus we're going to do 4 more. And the 4 more will be the beginning stitch. So we're gonna do 4 more, so 24 together altogether. But it's gonna be 24 chains. Now, there's also one that you can do where you do an even amount. I think it's 4 plus 1 or 2 plus 1, and that one stitch will make a single crochet. So we're doing double crochet. And that's why it's four. So in the fourth chain from the hook, we're going to yarn over, put the hook in the chain, pull it up, yarn over, pull it. So you should have four. No, sometimes they would do it like, we're not going to do that way. We're going to this through. We're not going to yarn up. One, two, something I'm not doing it right. But there should be four loops on your hook. Two, four, three, four loops on your hook all together. Pull up loop, pull up two, and three, and four. You're going to yarn over and pull through all four loops on the hook. And it's not and right. They should all be in the same one. Four. I'm going to pull through something I'm not doing right. And it's also because of this yarn that I'm only using. Okay, so four, and you pull through, and then you chain one, skip one, then you start back again. So you pull up, turn over, pull back. You have four loops on your hook, pull through. Now, on Monday, we would go through a variation of, we would discuss this further because it's something that I'm missing out on. Skip one, then you go back. Chain one, and skip one. Have eclectic goods, which you should have is four loops on your hook. So make sure you have four loops on your hook. And that's the little mini bean. Chain one, skip one, and have four loops on your chain one, skip one. I will verify the way I'm doing it. How are you? One, skip one, and 4, chain 1. Skip, chain 1, skip 1. Yeah, we're going to talk about the differences between the other related stitches, which are the cuff and the popcorn bobble and the jasmine. But we're going to learn the jasmine first before we discuss it. These yarns are in a certain type of group. So I've never really even heard of a jasmine stitch. It may have another name to it, but we'll go over that. Go through all 4 loops on the rope. Chain 1. 4 loops on your hook. Go through. Chain 1 to close it. Skip 1. And go through. Chain 1. See, when you're doing the cotton, it's just has a, or this kind of cotton, it's a different looking. When I do use the acrylic and other yarn. Skip 1. Chain 1, skip 1 chain. And then we're going to do okay. Yeah, sometimes these stitches can get a little tricky because there may be one little thing that may be different from one than the others. Get confusing. So chain 3 and don't turn. This is how it's so far. But I'm going to try this stitch and the one we did on Wednesday. What I'm going to do is do them both with another type of yarn and a smaller hook to see what they look like. Okay, in the first chain 1 space, you're going to pull up the loops. So probably on Monday, what we're going to do, we're going to go over both the stitches that we did this week, just to recap, just to make sure we got it down pat. Because sometimes they're different when you research and go online. There are different ways of doing these and making things. But you put the in each chain 1 space. That's where you do your next stitch, and that's all you do row to row. Chain 1, then you go to the next chain space. You just continue to do it. For each row, you just do your 4 loops in the chain 1 space, the previous row. And go through all 4 loops. Mm, we are broadcasting from Twitter, not Twitter. You want to say Twitter because at one time it was Twitter, but YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And feel free to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe. I'm asking subscribers for our YouTube page channel. So we are trying to get 100 at the moment. Trying to get 100 subscribers to our YouTube. And if you are the 100th person, you will receive a gift. We'll put a stitch in the one in the turning chain. You're going to do single crochet. And you can do it inside or you can do it after. Um, my YouTube channel is Hooked for You. HOOKED. The number 4, the letter U. Thank you very much. Chain 3, enter. And that's how you do it. Do one more row. You're welcome and thank you. 3, 4. Over there. But I will be doing it, so I think I'm using the I hook. So this probably be better with the 8 hook. Go through our 4, chain 1. And just keep repeating row 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1. Now, for anyone who wants to join us tomorrow on our Willing Hands meetup, this is your email address. I think I might have posted, it might be posted on, the information may be posted on the channels, if not. So if you go to, it's posted on Facebook and it's posted on Instagram. But if you need the information, we send you the link directly. Just send me your email address. And it starts at 2 o'clock, from 2 to 4. And we just get on and just talk about different things. We crochet and giving each other ideas on things. And I always come out of it learning something new. whether it's information, whether it's a stitch, whether it's a website or channel, we learn something new. There's a lot of sharing going on. The non-negativity zone. We don't talk about negative things. We the positive zone. This is the Elizabeth stitch, which is also called the mini bean stitch. On Monday, we're going to do a recap of the 2 stitches we learned today and Wednesday, and plus get into our topic. Chain 3 and turn. Okay, and that's how you do the stitches. Stitch. This is it. A little loose, so it doesn't have the effect it should have. So I'll have to use a smaller book, which I will remake this using a smaller book. And on Monday, we will go over it. And this is a mini bean, which is a smaller bean than the others. I'm not sure what they how many loops is used for the actual bean stitch. I think maybe 6. Not sure, but it's 4 for the mini bean for the Elizabeth. And I said I was going to just do that last row, but I got carried away. This is this. Well, the way I'm doing is stretchy, but I think it's supposed to be more tight. One, chain 1, something. Just doing a little housekeeping. Okay, Hello, Miss Tracy Cook. How are you today? Chain one, and just keep going. So on one day we will revisit the two stitches we did this week, the Cabbage Patch stitch and the Elizabeth stitch. We'll revisit those two. Then we'll start discussing the differences between those and some, not the Cabbage Patch, but the Mini Bean and some of the other ones. We will have a discussion about those stitches. On Wednesday, we're going to learn which another one in that group is the Jasmine stitch. So we will be learning the Jasmine stitch also. And I'm done. If you're watching this on replay, just hashtag replay. Up to you. It's up to you. We teach classes. We teach individual and group classes via virtually. We do that. We donate items to charity, and we sell unique items. We don't do a lot of customized things. Sometimes we do, but don't do a lot of customized things. Most of our things are inventory things. Unless it's something that you just need a different color or something that we already do, but we're not doing customized things, especially clothing and things like that. We're not doing those kind. And so we do that. Mostly we do blankets, hats, scarves, towels. We have done bikini tops, things like that. Excuse me. And we're going to try to get into doing sweaters and things like that. But not at the moment. We're not doing those things at the moment. If you want to join us on tomorrow virtually, right now we're going to try to do it on Microsoft Teams, see how that works. Been trying different platforms and just trying to see which one is the better fit. We've done Facebook Rooms, we've done Zoom, and then we're going to do the Teams. Hopefully that will work. So if you're interested in that, joining us, just give your email address, or if you're on Facebook or Instagram, we have it posted. Okay. So until Monday, have a creative day, creative weekend, and be safe.